listen, get real close. I'm about to put y'all on game. This is the key. The winning scholarship essays aren't necessarily the ones that are written the best, that are the most eloquent, that use the best diction. No, the winning scholarship essays are the most... Hello, it's been a minute. Listen, y'all probably don't even recognize me because my skin is glowing, okay? I'm feeling good. Why? Because I just finished my junior year at Princeton. But that's not why you're here. You're not here to compliment me on the fact that my pores are closing and that my stress has drastically decreased. You're here to learn about scholarships, which is absolutely fine. You know, we talk about that a lot on my page, as well as always keeping it real, which is why I'm about to tell you in under 10 minutes how you can reuse your scholarship essays. Yes, 100% you can reuse your scholarship essays. The number one question that I get from people when they find out that I earned over $2 million in scholarships is, how did you have time to write all those papers? How did you have time to write all those... Hold on, gotta get the trains out. But everybody always wants to know, how did I have the time to sit down and write all those essays? And the secret is, I didn't. I learned how to work smart and not hard, and I'm about to put you on game. So, first and foremost, it's important to know why you should reuse your scholarship essays. And I kind of already gave you the answer by saying that you want to work smart, not hard, okay? The secret to me winning $2 million in scholarships was that I applied high and low, far and wide, left and right, center, all that. You have to apply to so many scholarships because you're more likely to get rejected than accepted. But if you apply to local scholarships, your chances increase dramatically, but you definitely want to make sure that you're applying to scholarships with different tiers. So ones that are really local, which nobody else really knows about, but then you also want to shoot your shot with bigger national scholarships. If I hadn't shot my shot with national scholarships, I wouldn't have won the Coca-Cola scholarship, which is a $20,000 scholarship that you have multiple years to use, and it's one of the most competitive in the nation. But I wouldn't have had the time to apply to almost 100 scholarships if I was writing a new essay for every single one. Nobody wants to do that. And of course you can apply to no essay scholarships, but those are basically sweepstakes, and you maximize your chances when you have an essay because you get to show your potential, you get to show your personality, you really get to show the donors why they should be giving you some money, period. And who doesn't love free money? I know I do. So that's why it's super important to reuse. So it's really important to reuse your essays because you save time, energy, and stress. By doing these things that I'm about to tell you, the process will be a lot more smooth sailing. So, I can't give you all the sauce, okay? You gotta count my ebook to learn the rest of them. You can find it linked down below in the description box, but I'm about to put you on some game in this video. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe because y'all know, listen, if you put this information to good use, you can win some scholarship money like all these people I'm about to put on the screen. But without further ado, let's get into it. In order to reuse your scholarship essays, you have to write scholarship essays in the first place. I know, terrible. I hate writing too. But once you do this, you'll be putting yourself in such a great position to succeed. But what essays should you write preemptively if you don't know the prompt? I got you. First and foremost, you're probably gonna need to write around 3 to 6 essays. It sounds like a lot, but I promise you, these are essays that you can use for years. I've been tweaking these essays since high school, okay? And that was almost 4 years ago for me. So the first essay that you want to have, and you want to make sure that these essays are around 500 words. Not too long, not too short, because that's around the standard length for most scholarships. Some do too much and ask you for 1,000, but you can always beef it up as long as you have the framework that you need. And side note, y'all should apply to my scholarship with Access Scholarships. That will also be linked down below. It's a $500 award for a self-reflection scholarship, and guess how much the word count is? 500 words. You're welcome. So the first essay you want to write is a personal statement, okay? It doesn't matter what you're applying to. If you're applying to a fellowship, college, if you're applying to schools, different opportunities, even some internships, they want a personal statement from you. And what is in a personal statement? It basically is the key to knowing who you are, okay? It highlights your formative experiences, your extenuating circumstances, and why you want to do what you want to do. This is a place where you can talk about your passions and anything that has happened in the past that has contributed to making you who you are today. This is so important, not only for all these applications, especially scholarship applications, but also for yourself, because this essay is going to show people why you are who you are, and that is going to reel them in even more to make them want to give you some money. So take some time aside to sit down and ask yourself some really important questions about what has happened in your life to make you interested in what you're interested in. What has happened in your life that makes you a perfect candidate for this opportunity? Put that all in your personal statement. And a lot of people think that with scholarship essays, you have to have a sob story, you have to be poor, you have to be a minority, you have to have gone through some trauma. That is not true. But if y'all want to use that to your advantage, then definitely put that in the personal statement. The second essay that you want to write preemptively so that you can be reusing it for multiple scholarships and be making bands is a essay about your career interests. Okay, this is super important. I promise you 7 out of 10 scholarships are going to ask you in some way, shape, or form what you want to do with your career or for the rest of your life potentially. So that's what you're going to talk about in this essay. Highlight what you want to do or what career field you can see yourself in. Why? How did you stumble upon this thought? It's really, and the key is to always connect whatever you're talking about to a story. Okay, stories are how we connect with people. Stories are how we are able to elicit visceral emotions from others. And scholarships, listen, get real close. I'm about to put y'all on game. This is the key. The winning scholarship essays aren't necessarily the ones that are written the best, that are the most eloquent, that use the best diction. No. The winning scholarship essays are the most persuasive, and the easiest way to persuade people is to appeal to their emotions. And how do you easily appeal to people's emotions while maintaining their interest? Through stories, okay? Once you get people hooked, once you walk them through a different experience that you've had or a conversation that you had that really made you into who you are, you have them trapped, okay? You have their attention right there, right then and there. And then everything you say from that point makes sense because they're viewing it from the lens of that story that you use to reel them in. So with your career interest and your personal statement especially, you want to try and connect that to some type of cohesive narrative. And if you don't really know what I'm talking about when I say make it cohesive, go and check out my other scholarship video, which I posted like a year or two ago, but it's still very relevant, definitely applies today. To learn more about how you can do that exactly, and then also check out my ebook too, because I talk about that extensively. But moving on, one major point that you really want to make sure that you hit in the career interest essay is also talking about how you are preparing for this career. Okay, they don't just want to hear about your hopes and dreams and like a story of how you got there. Yeah, that's cute and dandy, but what practical steps are you taking right now to get yourself to that position? So this is where you can talk about any activities that are directly related to these different opportunities, any nonprofit experiences, any internship experiences, any jobs that you've had that are in alignment with this career. And even if they're not directly aligned, this is another tip. Come on, get real close. Get real close. The things that you write about to show how you're prepping for your career don't have to be in direct alignment with that career, okay? They just have to be giving you the skills and the expertise that you will need to employ in that career in order for it to make sense for you to write about it. Say for instance, if I want to be a lawyer, I don't have to limit myself to writing about jobs where I have interned in a law firm, because that may not even be the case, okay? Half the time, we're writing about careers that we don't have any type of connection to or any type of experience with right now. For the sake of this example of being a lawyer, I'm going to show you how I would use my actual resume and my actual experiences to talk about this in a career statement. So I would talk about how I've been a research assistant for a year for Organizing Stories, which is a collective on campus which interviews different activists, right? I have to translate all the information that I'm getting through those interpersonal interviews. So I'm working on my oral communication and my written communication, which is imperative to be a lawyer. On top of that, I do copywriting and editing captions, and I do extensive reading, not only for my major, but also for my social media, Growing with Gabby, which y'all should follow me on all platforms, okay? And I'm learning how to engage with an audience and communicate what I have to say in a persuasive manner, period. Beautiful. If y'all could do that with your experiences in your career statement, it's going to be amazing, and you'll be able to reuse this over and over and over. And the third and final essay that I'm going to talk about, which you should write so that you can reuse it for multiple scholarships, is an essay that talks about who inspires you and or who your role model is. This is such a common scholarship prompt, okay? And the reason why you want to be doing this is because sometimes you may stumble across a scholarship that closes in a day or two, and you don't have the time, the energy, or the bandwidth to write a whole new essay for it. You don't have to. You can go into your little Google Drive or your folder on your computer, wherever you choose to back these essays up, and you need to back those essays up, okay? Because I didn't, and I lost all my essays at one point in time. Learn from my mistakes. You could just go to it and copy and paste it. Boom, you completed an application in less than 10 minutes. More opportunities to get money. I would rather hunker down right now and spend an hour and a half to write these essays, so that every other application that I do, it will only take me minutes to complete, because I already have a bouncing off point. So definitely do that. And if you write one about role models or who inspires you, you're going to be able to apply for so many more scholarships, okay? Because now you can refine your scholarship search to look for these particular prompts, which you have already written an essay about. But the prompt about your role model and who inspires you is pretty self-explanatory, but you really want to use this as an opportunity to show how you are community oriented, you know, like all your success and who you are today. You realize that you didn't get to this point by yourself. So this is the opportunity for you to express humility and pay homage to whoever has come before you, or the people in your life who have helped to mold you into who you are today. Now, I'm gonna close off this video with a tip, okay? Oh my gosh, I just got a crook in my neck, y'all. Hold on. Does anybody else crack their neck like that? Because I be doing it at the randomest times. Please let me know, because I don't think I'm weird, but okay. What you really want to do to maximize the essays that you've pre-written is highlight keywords in a different color. Now, what keywords am I talking about? Okay, keywords is in reference to important things that are going to be interchangeable as you reuse these essays. For instance, school names, right? When you write an essay, you reuse these essays for scholarships and or college. So you want to make sure that you're highlighting school names, the name of scholarship organizations and donors, as well as different company values that you infuse into your essay. And if you want to learn how to do that, go watch the video that I linked before. It tells you exactly how to do that. Why do you want to highlight it? Because you don't, when you reuse essays, people think that it's just, oh, I can really just copy and paste this whole entire thing and apply to a myriad of different scholarships. That may be the case, but that is not the best way to go. You still want to take this essay that you've pre-written and personalize it for each individual opportunity, but it doesn't have to take long, and it won't take long if you highlight the things that you want to switch out for each new application beforehand. Okay, so if you highlight the company names, the scholarship names, as well as the school names, then you can just go in, change it, and they won't even know. They won't even know. They won't even know that you submitted the same essay to somebody else, because you just took the extra 5 minutes to switch out the company values, switch out their goal or their mission statement, and infuse it into your paper, even though the bulk of it was already pre-written. So make sure that you customize your information for different opportunities to maximize your chances of winning, okay? Everybody wants to feel special when they read your scholarship essay. I want to feel special when I read your scholarship essays, but I've read a whole bunch. Like, my past 2 scholarships received over 2,000 applications. You think I don't know when I'm reading this, or somebody else copied and pasted it to apply for another opportunity? Child, take all these tips, put them to great use. I'm 100% biased, but I don't care. I feel like you should definitely put these tips to good use by applying for my scholarship, which closes on May 31st, the self-reflection scholarship, which will be linked down below. I'll keep the description box up to date with my latest ebooks, as well as other scholarship opportunities that I have available. If you like the information in the free game that I just gave you, I'll give this a big thumbs up, as well as follow me on TikTok and Instagram, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'm here to see everybody win, okay? Okay, so if you learned something valuable here, be sure to comment it down below and share it with the people in your network so we can all get to this money together. So I hope y'all have a beautiful day, and I will see y'all soon. Bye.